You've got enough evidence. Sure, we'll get him in for a chat. So we find your prints on a sack of cocaine in your gallery. Weren't you a meth head not long ago? You're really moving up in the world.
This is some bizarre mistake, or perhaps an attempt to implicate me, to take the onus off others. I went straight in every sense after those prior charges were dropped. I don't use, I don't deal. Those drugs are not mine.
Good to hear. But that doesn't quite fit with our dead private eye crated up with drugs and pottery that match more of the same in your gallery. The same gallery where you were making deposits into the PI's account.
All right, I'll come clean, but it's not what it looks like. The PI was a blackmailer. He knew about the narrow escape I'd made with those other drug charges. So he finds drugs in my pottery and then blackmails me. I was innocent, but what else could I do? Could be. If that private eye didn't plant the drugs on me, it could be Klein dealing. Maybe that's why he hired me, to have an in-house patsy just waiting to take the fall. Well, if you ask me, that slimy Dubois has something to do with it. Otherwise, why would Klein, who has no interest in art, insist on handling Mr. Dubois personally, exclusively? When I started seeing all that money moving through the business, I knew something had to be amiss. But what could I do? My presence right here, right now, demonstrates the position in which I'd been put. I really don't know, but I do bring my lunch to the office in plastic baggies. Perhaps that PI or my landlord rescued one from the garbage can to further implicate me. I can't think of anything pertinent that I haven't already shared.
That's the intention. I'll run the day-to-day operations, and Lucy will manage the legal affairs. Carrie and her old man back me all the way on this. Lucy's just the odd girl out. Read my lips, controlling bitch. And for all the self-confidence she projects, her old man claims she doesn't have what it takes to manage a casino. You've met her. She's got the people skills of a cell block guard. I mean, I could see why she'd be frustrated. Guess it's natural. She takes it out on me and not her own sister. But that doesn't mean I have to like it or put up with it. Don't you people talk to each other? Anyway, that's an alleged bookie operation. Those charges were dropped because they were unfounded. They were part of an online business course I was taking. One of those virtual deals. You can't get sent up for make-believe, guys.
This photograph puts you at the Nathan Ackerman Fine Art Studio.
So what? I was down there buying artwork. Paintings. For Carrie. Surprise for her. Since when is being an attentive fiancé a crime? No reason. Just bumped into him when I was, shopping for art. Guy was gracious, said he appreciated my business. What kind of nonsense is this? You're kidding me. And here I thought it was such a classy joint. Shows what I know about art. Let me tell you guys, I'd never have been doing business there if I'd known it was a front for drugs.
What? What the hell kind of accusation is that?
Not an accusation. We found a hefty coke stash cooked inside pottery, enough to put somebody away for trafficking.
Listen, I do not go there. Drugs are nothing I have ever had anything to do with. And if that clown Ackerman is dealing out of my building, I'll hand his damn head to you myself, on a bloody platter.
We prefer him with his head still attached, but thanks.
Well, I mean, that was just a matter of speech. But Ackerman promised he'd kicked his drug problems and gone straight. I was just trying to give the guy a break. It's like they say, no good deed goes unpunished, huh? Know him? That's kind of an overstatement. He's just a customer at the gallery. Ackerman said the guy's dropped a lot of dough on artwork, so I think maybe I thanked him once or twice. Gotta be appreciative of good customers, right? I thought I made it clear. I don't run this business, Ackerman does. I wouldn't know a Rembrandt from a Warhol. All I know is it was upwards of 100 grand the guy dropped.
Must you bother me again? No, that's not a name that means anything to me. Why should it?
Evidence in our investigation shows your fiancé has been a frequent visitor to that gallery, spending impressive amounts for a guy who professes no particular interest in art.
Plenty of people not into art invest in it. Michael is a very intelligent, creative individual, and you people have misjudged him entirely. Cocaine? No way! Listen, I've done my share, but Michael hates drugs. He doesn't use them and thinks they're a detriment to society. Could you please not mention this to my sister? She'll cause me no end of trouble with Daddy. Anyway, just because you find coke at a gallery where Michael buys art, how dare you make such a heartless accusation?
Murder is heartless, Miss Kennelly, and so are murder investigations. We'd be happy to clear your fiancé, because it would put us a step closer to the killer.
Murder? Killer? I can't believe I'm hearing words like that. And I can't believe my life has gone in such a crazy direction.
If you know something that would help us, Miss Kennelly, I know it would help you.
I just can't. I can't live a lie anymore. I'll tell you. I will tell you. But first you have to promise you won't tell my fiancé that I told you this. You have to promise you won't tell him, or my sister.
We'll do our best to protect your confidence. But the day will come when the evidence will tell the whole story.
Michael wasn't home at 7 that night the man was killed. I still don't think Michael could have done this, but he wasn't home. No, I don't. He was supposed to be here with me. I called him in his apartment but couldn't get him. Even his machine was off. Well, finally Michael sort of dragged in here around 9:30, saying he'd had a rough day. Almost crawled into bed. Never saw him do that before. Michael rarely goes to bed before 2 a.m. Then today, he wasn't at his apartment. I have a key. I went in and I found this thing, this crowbar just laying out. It really, I don't know, it freaked me out. I just thought, what would Michael be doing with a crowbar? Criminals use crowbars. So I took it. But I feel like I'm betraying him.
Did you take it from his apartment? Because you may have been tampering with evidence.
How do I win with you people? I open up and tell you what you want to know, and then you climb all over me, and maybe it's what I deserve, betraying Michael. Maybe you people are exactly what I deserve.
You're not betraying your fiancé. You may well be helping to clear him. If your instincts are right, the evidence will free him.
And it will! He didn't do this. I know he didn't. And if he did, I don't want to know about it.
What's a good word from unpredictable little Carrie?
The word is very good, for us, but not for her fiancé. She's no longer covering up for him. Michael lied to us when he said they were together. Plus, she handed over Michael's crowbar.
She tampered with evidence.
Not intentionally. Anyway, it may not hamper us. She'll describe how it came into her possession and then into ours.
Well, Ackerman says his prior drug involvement's been used to frame him here. He suspects everybody from Dubois and that landlord to our Vic.
So do I. So let's get back to work and find the truth. Looks like we found Michael's key to Mr. Melvoy's trailer.
Crowbar matches the break-in at the PI's place. Let's take a look around Dubois' apartment for anything linking him directly to our Vic.
Do I stutter? I said I was with Carrie, my fiancée.
Carrie's phone records indicate several attempts to call you at the time you were supposedly together.
Must be some technical error. Hell, you say? Based on what?
A crowbar from this apartment was used to break into Gary Melvoy's office on wheels.
What, did that bitch Lucy break into my place again? Can't you guys see what that crazy, out of control... Look, you should be helping me to get a court order to keep her away from me, rather than harassing me yourselves.
Could these be the paintings Dubois paid a premium price for? I'm not an art critic, but, well... Memory card's the same brand as Mr. Melvoy's camera. Audio tape, unmarked, which is either from an unfocused mind or someone didn't have the time to label it yet. High-end shotgun mic and recording device. You could hear the flutter of a fly's wings from across the room with this.
I don't have anything else for you.
Look, we're not fooling here. There's a pile of money at stake, not to mention our freedom.
No worries on either score, Mikey. Those paintings are perfect for our purposes. And anyway, this guy is bluffing. He doesn't know what's going on.
How can you be sure of that? Any way you slice it, he's gonna draw attention to us. He's a risky guy to have around. We need to do something, Mr. Klein.
Maybe, but nothing rash. Just stay cool. I'm on top of this. Nobody has to know a thing. And once you got your mitts on that casino, all our worries are behind us.
The details are vague, but it's specific enough to indicate Dubois and Klein are working together on something. Well done. Crate at the warehouse looks like the one our body was stuffed into. Maybe this is headquarters for a drug op. We need to find this warehouse.